Hi, so as many of you noticed, I haven't done a Dragon Ball Super video in quite some time, and the reason to that is for reasons I mentioned in the last Dragon Ball Super video that I did do about Bandai and its power creep issue. But that's not the point of this video today. The point of this one is that recently I have seen some new cards coming out and it has got me interested in playing the game again. And as I was kind of like coming up with an idea for my deck and looking through some cards, I noticed a lot of the old staples have gone down by more than half of their original price. So I think the best example of this huge price change in the game is the infamous Veggie Package. For those of you who don't know what the Veggie Package is, back in set 3 when this package was at its best, it was a $200 package of 3 cards that you need to play at 4, with all 3 cards being around $30 each. So that meant that you had to drop close to $120 on all 3 of these cards, which was really ridiculous, and you ended up spending actually over $300 for 3 cards. And I think that's what really drove a lot of players away. Was there was a handful of players at, like, say your locals that would have them, and those were the people who would just always top. But now you can see that these cards are only half their original price, with Kaba being the most expensive at $15. So that's really, I think this is the best example of how Dragon Ball Super has plateaued at its secondary market, as well as the interest in the game. So what I mean by interest in the game is when you look at your secondary market and you see that the prices of cards that were once $30 have fallen to $10, it reflects that people aren't interested in the game as they used to be. So that's why the price has changed so drastically. There are some cards like Explosive Goku where it was originally a $40 card and now it's fallen to a $15 card, but the reason for that is the price has fallen a lot since it was originally printed, and the reason for that is that people just haven't seen the use for it anymore as they did when it originally came out, and it was mostly just a very hyped up card. Not to say it's not a good card, but it was very hyped up. The Veggie Package is still incredibly good. It's just that people aren't really interested in this game anymore. But for more proof to this, let's check out some other prices. So this is Time Patrol Trunks, the foil too. So for those of you who don't know the history behind this card is it's a +1 just to play it, but that's not the big thing here. The big thing here is it came out in an expansion pack. And this expansion pack, Bandai confirmed that the cards in it will never be reprinted. So if you miss out on the expansion pack, which was extremely limited, chances are you were missing out on the card. So the expansion pack itself is pretty expensive, and this card, which was once going for $30 if not more dollars, has fallen to less than 10. And the reason for that is, as I mentioned, people have just lost interest in the game. But this isn't just any like Kaba or Kale. This is a card that once this expansion pack was out of circulation, you were really out of luck and you had to rely on your secondary market. But with your secondary market seeing a cash grab, they were going to abuse a cash grab. So by now, a lot of you have probably turned off the video and taken to the comments talking about Son Goku, the Awakened Power, or just about any SPR. So this is the one thing that I've noticed as consistent with the prices is Son Goku, the Awakened Power, and the other Ultimates have kept a pretty high price, as well as SPRs. SPRs haven't really gone down in price too much, but for the most part it's really just the Ultimates and SPRs that have retained any significant value, while cards that were just extremely powerful in the past really haven't stayed as expensive as they once were. So that's just my opinion on the game right now and why it has plateaued to the point where it is. That's just my opinion, so if you have your own opinion, make sure to just leave it in the comments below. And while you're there, make sure to check out the description too, where you can find the Garo Gaming Facebook, Twitter, Discord, and the Patreon. And special announcement to all you patrons, when the new set drops in July, I'm going to be picking one of you at random and sending you one of the new starter decks that are coming out. So if you're not a patron right now and you would be interested in that giveaway, make sure to check out the Patreon link. So I'll see you guys next time.